Right, the long-awaited shoulder video. Everybody seems to have shoulder issues these days, whether it's injuries from long ago or overuse from jobs, bad sleeping position, whatever it is. Take care of your shoulders. And as I've preached in other videos, your shoulders have a lot to do with your posture as well. You don't have to do all of these exercises every time, but just to give you an idea of some things that can change up your shoulder routine. So we'll start with a warm up. Bring your feet just wider than hips width so you have a good solid base. Gentle bend in your knees and inhale, bring your arms up and around, hands to heart center. Exhale, arms sweep down, heels of the hands come up to heart center. Just moving with your breath. Inhale, as above. Exhale, so below. And I love this motion because you can really take it with whatever range of motion works best for your arms, all the way from your shoulders to your fingertips. If you want to bring your arms way up high, sweep down low, heels of the hands come way up for a little wrist stretch, you can do that. You can also keep just a little gentle movement where maybe the arms don't go above parallel to the floor. And just keep moving through that motion. Keep your body steady. Try not to arch your back even as you reach up and overhead. And most importantly, feel what's going on in your shoulders and your shoulder blades. Do you have any catching or pinching anywhere? Is there somewhere in a rotation that your shoulder feels like it's bothering you? And these are just good things to keep yourself aware of as you move through some stretches and exercises. So one more as above, and shake it out and relax. Next, we're going to go through what's called shoulder flossing. So bring your arms out to a T, and we're going to start with a little adduction and abduction of the shoulder blades. So on your adduction, bring your shoulder blades in towards your spine, squeezing them together. And then for abduction, overreach and extend out to the sides. It feels like a tiny little movement, but it actually does a lot of good in this position. Just that gentle movement, squeezing your shoulder blades in, reaching out. A few more times here. As always, keep your low back straight. And you might start to feel a little fatigue in your arms. You just might develop a few more shoulder muscles here. Bring your arms down, relax for a moment before we move on to the next one. So now we're going to do some protraction and retraction. So what that looks like is reaching straight out in front of you, arms parallel to the floor, close as you can. And on retraction, bring your shoulder blades straight back. Bring your shoulders back past your spine. And this will cause a little arching in your upper back. And for protraction, reach and extend forward. So moving through that gentle motion, you'll feel a little more motion here than you did on the exercise just previous. So pulling the shoulder blades back, extending the arms out. And again, trying to keep your arms up. This is also building some strength into your shoulders. One more, your shoulder blades back, and relax and shake it out. Number 3 for shoulder flossing is an overhead motion. So elevation and depression of your shoulder blades. So reach up overhead, and you want to keep active through your fingertips, if you can see my fingertips here. So reaching and extending energy outwards. So for depression, bring your shoulders down, keep your arms up, but just moving your shoulder blades down your back. And then elevation, overreaching, bringing your shoulders up by your ears and moving through that motion. Shoulder blades down the back, shoulders move up towards the ears. Now, if you get a stiff neck when you're lifting shoulders and back in your workout, pay attention to what's going on with your shoulders when you're reaching overhead. Are you activating those neck muscles to help bring that weight up? Or are you keeping it in the shoulder and arms where the lift is supposed to be? And relax. Right, you feeling it yet? Because I definitely am today. for some shoulder rotation exercises, bring your arms up to a cactus position. So your upper arms parallel to the floor, elbows at a 90-degree angle. And if you can do this against a wall, that's even better, because the whole point is to keep your elbows and your shoulders back flush with the wall. So starting with rotation here, just nice slow motion. Keep your elbows where they are. Hands are coming down, arms are parallel to the floor, and slowly back up. And if you do want to add some weight to this, you certainly can, but no more than 3 to 5 pounds. We're working on intrinsic rotator cuff muscles to help build stability. You can also play a little bit with your hand position. If this is uncomfortable on your elbows, to have your hands pointing forward, you can rotate your hands so they're facing in towards you. Relax, shake it out, but we're coming right back into that cactus pose. So elbows back, and this time we are just going to bring our elbows in towards each other, and then back to the shoulders. Keeping them tall and parallel to the floor, and really kind of feel that position when you squeeze your arms back. Make sure your wrist is coming back with your elbow. You're not leading just with the elbow there. All right, relax, shake it out one more time. Last one. I said everything of threes today. So arms back in cactus pose. Again, do this against a wall if you can, because now we're just going to reach straight up and down. If your arms don't come together at the top, that's fine, because look at where my hands are in relation to my head. So just as far as you can come up while still maintaining that position in your back and your shoulders. So as soon as they start to come in front of your face, that's as far as you need to go today. And it's really just kind of the top of my angel wing motion, which again helps to bring your shoulders back, improving your posture. And lower your arms all the way down this time. Our last exercise is a pretty basic set of exercises, just general I's, Y's, and T's. So starting with I's, arms down at your side, and you're just going to raise your arms straight up. And much like we talked about with reaching here, when you reach, make sure you're not elevating your shoulders. Keep your shoulder blades moving down your back as you extend overhead. And just moving with your breath. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, arms come down to the side. It's nice gentle motion. And again, when you start to feel your shoulder blades elevate or your back starting to arch, that's the end of your motion. That's as far as you need to go for today. Just moving through here. All right, the next one being Y's. We're actually gonna rotate our arms inward, backs of your hands together. And we'll come up and out into a Y motion. Hands still pointing out and away. This is another not so common motion or position for your shoulders, but really focusing on those smaller muscles. And find where your Y is. Maybe it's a little tighter. Maybe right now you're a little wider. But wherever it's comfortable for you. And relax. Now T's you can do two ways depending on how your shoulders feel and really the strength of your back comes into this. So upright T's are just going to be a straight up and down. You're only going to come to parallel, not reaching above, but straight out to a parallel, straight back down to your sides. Again, nice, slow, controlled motion, because that's how you're going to build some strength and endurance back into your shoulders. The other way to do T's, you can do a bent T as long as your back is strong enough to maintain a straight line. So little bend in your knees, little bend in your hips, straight line from your hips through your ears. And we're just going to bring our arms straight out and back down. Can do a little shoulder squeeze here, strengthening your rhomboids. But again, only do it in this position if you can maintain a straight back. If you're hunching like this, Bringing your arms up isn't going to help very much, and it's a poor position for your neck. And for one more exercise, now that your shoulders are nice and warmed up, you've gone through all of the motions that your shoulders can take, it's a little bit modified as above, so below. So inhale, arms come up and around, but you're going to cross your right hand in front every time that you come up and around. And let your shoulders move how they need to. Again, paying attention to any popping, clicking, any pain or pinching. And now we're going to bring the left hand in front. It's not a big difference, but it does make enough of a difference in the position of your shoulders. Feel free to reach back behind you as your arms sweep down. And then we'll change direction. So again, right hand in front, arms coming up. And stay active all the way through your fingertips through these. Don't let your fingers get lazy here. Back straight and neck straight. And now bringing that left hand in front. Last few. All right. Shake it out. You can always add some additional stretching to this. Really holding any of those positions is going to help stretch those muscles. But be careful not to overstretch your shoulders. It's a very easy thing to do. Where I typically say as stretching, you want to go to a moderate discomfort. I'd really keep it more of a mild discomfort when it comes to shoulders and neck. Thanks for showing up today. I really hope that this video was helpful. Stay healthy, drink water, and carry on.